Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? It is 7:35 in Chicago. It is January 9th. We just had some unemployment numbers out. It was a miss on jobs. They were looking for over 64,000 jobs is what they were looking for. They only got 50,000, but the unemployment rate was a little bit better. All right, so there was less people applying for unemployment. So we don't know if they're not looking for a job or whatever they might be doing. But that number was a little bit better. They seem to live with. They seem like they can live with the number because you see the SPY moving here right now. All right, let me move my screen over, and you guys can't see that. See a little better now. All right, there's the futures going back up on the S&P 500. All right, so moving to the upside here. All right, what else is going on today? Well, today Meta's struck a deal with some of these nuclear plants. So this has already been popping, guys. This news has been out for a little bit now, all right. But this was out first thing this morning here, all right. So Meta signing some contracts with two big companies, and we know who they are. Oklahoma, where the winds come sweeping across the plains, right? That's where it is. I don't know if I ever said that. I say that a lot to here, but I don't know if I said that on here. So it got up to 121, guys, from 97.60. We were talking about this one the other day, and I was saying, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. Well, if we knew the future, none of us would be talking to each other. So Oklahoma 2-2-1 back inside here, kind of chopping up as it did make the pop up to 120.108. So we'll see what happens with this business. All right, and Vista got Vista and Oklahoma both struck a deal with Meta on power, baby. It's all about the power. Meta is slightly up higher on that, but still gonna chop up to death on the AIs. All right, look at this coming down. It's a good time to strike a deal, man, when you're getting creamed. All right, nice turnaround. 176, guys. All right, so coming back up, bam, there's 175, 176 in here. This is it right here, guys, right here. 180.06 if you want to try to triangle that out, trading at 175.16. All right. Something I want to watch, which I don't show you oftenly. Oh, did you say oftenly? Right here. We keep running into this resistance on the 10-year. All right, this is the 10-year right here. It's hit it again, as you can see here. Look at this. I mean, am I seeing a triple top here, guys? All right, am I seeing a triple top here on these things? They're not lined up perfectly by any stretch. You know, you had a little higher. All right, old highs, new highs, right? Because they're gone. It's old. It's new. All right. So I'm just making you aware of it. Keep an eye on this thing. If the yield starts to move higher, we're going to see could feel some pressure on some stocks. All right. So keep an eye on it. That's all I'm saying. But it keeps coming back up to 420. All right, 420, hell of a number there too. All right, so there you go. 10-year, keep an eye on that thing. All right, it can cause trouble, and we'll see what happens there. I'm going to go right back here. So the diamonds were down initially with the move here, 494.10, guys. All right. I don't see anything that stops us from the Dow to keep going. I don't see anything that stops us in our discretionaries, in our retails. All right, hot. There's no money going into AI. So where is the money going? It's going into retail. I think it's going into Boeing is back up again today, but their tag's starting to turn into a chop shop too. Energy is getting a nice piece of the action for sure, right? We're seeing some of the energy names that are better here this morning. I do have a list which I will go through. What else do I want to say? Oh, Microsoft breaks the 200-day to the downside. Microsoft, where did my thing go? All right, well, it did. Trust me. All right. The 200 day has dropped below. All right. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm gonna go there. No, I'm not gonna go there. All right. I'm gonna put that back up there. All right. But Microsoft breaks below the 200 day. All right. So that's a little bit of a move there. Continuation to the downside. We know that these are garbage. The silver and gold crew have gone into chop for sure. Now a little bit higher here this morning, but looking at the day, I mean, you get you know lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. I just there you go. All right. So where we at this morning here? We're trading at 71.01, so we're going to be looking to take this day back up here. All right. So we'll see. Again, I would like to see something where we could get. This is a really nice bottom, man. All right, 63.44. If we get down into that area, that's where maybe I'm interested. I'm not saying I'm going to load up on a bunch of silver, but I think that there's a nice support level at 63.59. I mean, you get higher. You see that, right? So all right, so silver and then gold. Same thing, right? Same thing going here, right? Lower highs. Now, they did get the higher high yesterday on the outside day, and she's trading 412. She looks to take day up, but they're not running away by anything at all. All right. Watching the futures here still moving. What do we got here right now? All right, hold on one second here. I'm trying to move some stuff around. Diamonds on the move, guys. Diamonds on the move. All right, gold on the move, as you see there too. But diamonds are really starting to push here now. All right, so the question is today the day where we start to capitulate and get back up to that 49,000 that we're looking for? But we're looking for more than that. We're looking for 50,000. So we are 493.55. We are now taking officially that day up. We could not get. Yesterday I was trying to say, can we get the 2-day? And I don't know if we can get the 2-day today, but they're coming out with some steam. Unemployment numbers were not that great, but they throw that in the bag and we move on, right? Because they're still pretty good. As long as they're pretty good, they're good. All right, watch the banks start reporting next week. Look for strength. We're going to obviously want to see strength in the banks, and if we don't, you might have to run tail. All right, turn around and run tail. So I don't really trade the bank stocks that much anyway. But I definitely will be watching the earnings. That's for damn sure. All right. So like I said when we let off with here, there's your diamonds. There's your triple Qs. Moving to the upside, 623, still the laggard in the bunch. Still hasn't taken the month up. Is this today? Is this today going to get it done? We are chasing down 629, guys. 629. So you're going to need about $6 more on top of what you got this morning here to try to take that month out. All right. This could set up to be a decent day with the unemployment numbers that were kind of All right. So keep an eye on, like I said, the nuclears have moved up. So I wouldn't go chasing any of that business here right now. All right. And there's your SPY moving a little bit higher here now. 692.26 now. All right. So that's definitely taking the day up and going for and going back for all-time highs. I do have a magnitude there, 692.40. All right, so look at, we're trading just below that right now. So look for this day. Try to get through this day here, and then go up to that guy. We'll see if we can get that to move. All right. All right. So on it, just gonna rattle through some names here. All right. So energy, XLE, better this morning here. Closed at 46.55. It's slightly higher. On the overnight, you could see pretty choppy. All right, on the crude and on the energies. All right, so coming back inside, slightly higher here, very slightly higher on that one too. All right, CCJ, that's another one of your nuclears, moving to the upside here. Closed at 105.76, trading at 110, got to 110.88, comes back inside. It is taking day up, guys. All right, do not go chasing these nuclears up here. All right. Nuclears. There's I don't need to go anymore here. Chevron has been volatile as hell. They got that gap up. They puked. Is this gonna triangle back out? Sit tight, man. 160 inside. Well, we're looking to take this day up. It wouldn't be surprised me with the kind of volatility we're having that would just pop back up again. But be patient. Be patient there. Be patient on that one. All right. Exxon, same situation with the two down, trying to fight back up. I mean, what's going on here, Duncan? All right, Duncan. I'm not talking about the coffee. I'm talking about the yo-yo. All right. I still have one, by the way. All right, I got one for my grandson for Christmas too. All right, he loves it. It's the simple things. All right, Exxon. All right, what's that? Little Natty Gas lower here today. 1105 from 1127. They got a little gapper down here, coming back down on the new Natty Gas with the shooter down on the week. Garbage. All right, not much to talk about there. All right. Rained last night in Chicago like I've never seen it rain. Oh my Lord, we had the heaviest rain that I have seen and I'm telling you, our ground was thirsty, man. I'll tell you that. All right, so there we go. How about British Petroleum? BP slightly higher here. What do we got? 34.19. All right, we're higher, so we were up to 35.31. So look for the petroleum stocks to move to possibly today. Your BPs, your KMIs, your Kinder Morgan. What's this one? 27.28, slightly higher. It's inside day. All right, so watch for the and then Shell. These are the ones I kind of like today. Shell coming back up off the bottom of the broadening formation on the dailies with a knockdown. So gaps got to get filled, man. All right, 71.24 breaks that. This one's 70.65. This is looking to take day up. All right, we got to get that gap. We got to get that gap today. All right, Shell looks a little better. Shell. All right, and then Valero. Valero just kind of did it yesterday, so sit tight. All right, sit tight. You'll notice I'll always tell you to back off when you see stuff like that happening. All right, so energy. I kind of talked a little bit too much. I think the staples is dead. They're not moving, right? Look what happened yesterday. Coca-Cola wake up all of a sudden. I was watching it too. I didn't buy any because I don't believe. XLP, look at the day it had. Okay. Colgate had a day. Monster had a day. All right. Diageo, I think better this morning. Diageo, 88.25, up $2 now. Kimberly Clark, KMB, coming higher. Okay, Staples are moving. The Dow is moving up. Retail has been really running. Discretionaries, they've been really running. XOY. All right, so they've been running. XRT, they've been running. Okay, so watch these staples. They're garbage. All right, they've been down. And you notice how when they come back for them, they came back pretty good. I saw some big charts there just now. Sprout Farm, 77 bucks and change. All right. Watch out for your ConAgras and your foods. All right. CAG. CAG had a day yesterday. Watch this man. This guy, Haney's old boy. This thing's been down in the garbage forever. Old man Haney's boy. This thing used to be like 12. This thing used to be way better. This thing was trading at 12 bucks. All right. Old man Haney's boy. It's already been moving here a little bit. All right. General Mills. Getting the picture? All right. Staples. Starting to pick up their heads. They haven't even started to kick in yet. All right. And then we watch it Nike. Just won't let go. Nike won't let go. She just keeps coming back. All right. So Nike, another big day yesterday with the outsider here. And she's coming back inside a little bit. And I mean a little. All right. So Nike looking to go here. Walmart's moving here. And I don't know why. All right. Walmart has been popping up here. All right. There you go. So the reality starts to come back in. All right. So Staples. We've been talking about them. When they going to go? Well, yesterday was the first day. We're still early to the party. There's still going to be some triangling out before we even start to make any money in these stocks. All right? So sit tight. We'll see how things start to set up. Now, they look like they're going to take a day up. They're going to definitely take them up here today because diamonds are moving higher. They're taking the day out. They're not taking out the 3-day, but they are taking that 2-day out. All right, so watch for that 2-day to get above there and hold above there, and then we'll see if we go. Again, they were looking for 64,000 jobs. They got 50,000 jobs, but the unemployment rate was better. So I guess that's more important. Whatever number's better is what's more important. Okay? Remember that. That's always going to be the case. All right? And then another thing here is that 10-year. Keep an eye on that 10-year sitting at 420. All right? Sitting there with that 420. I got a couple of airlines moving this morning here. Let's wrap this up, man. All right. You know what stocks I like on the retail side. You know I like Nike. You know I like Victoria's Secrets. I mean, I hope that everybody made some money in Victoria's Secrets. This was a beauty. I called that baby on that day. On that 3. What did I say? What do I always say? Look, you get the 3, 2, 2, 2. Do I say that a lot? Yes, I do. 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. That is a perfect example. Oh. All right. It's Friday. You see my hat? All right. So one of the guys in the office here, he's a Packer fan. So while he's not here, I could talk some trash. All right. But I really wish I could. But, man, I'm just going to pray that the Bears win by 1 or 2 points. Because at the end of the day, the Packers really have been kicking our butts for a long, long time. And I pray for the day that things to turn around. But this is a very, very, very big game in Chicago. I tell you, if we win this game, which is going to be very difficult, extremely difficult, but if we do, it's up for grabs, man. It's up for grabs. So I like I said, I do a little bartending on the side. So we're cooking up a feast, man. We're cooking up a feast for the Bears. All right, it's gonna be epic. All right, I mean seriously, this is the biggest football game since 2011 for us. I'm gonna get off that. All right, back to what we were talking about. Futures are still holding up here, but I see they're starting to dip down a little bit. All right, I'm going to leave it with this, though, all right? As long as we're looking forward, because that's all we can do. 463.87 guys on CrowdStrike. I like them. I like them because they're in the red yesterday, and I think that these are going to start to get better. What do we have? Well, we don't have month, and it's kind of nasty down here. Got to be honest. And you got a shooter down on CrowdStrike. All right, so I'm going to be looking for the transition that comes at the end of this week, which is today, and then we wait to see what happens next week. Now, today is going to be a pivotal day to see how these things trade. And what do we got here? We're at 471, man. All right, so we're stuck inside pretty handily. All right, CrowdStrike. I think the cybers are going to wake up, and the bear has been sleeping on these guys. Palo Alto with the inside day from yesterday, 191, slightly higher inside. All right, it's going to be really pivotal. Like today, we do not open any positions in this garbage. All right, we do not yet. All right. I'm starting to think that these are going to get better. All right, and Rapido is a piece of crapo. 2 down yesterday after a 3 move up. All right, this one's got a triangle out. Come on back down. All right, what do we say? We say triangle out. We say triangle out. All right, all right. So that one, and then Fortinet. There's more. I got more, but I'm not going to go through all of them. 78.20 here this morning. All right, 79.58. All right, I'm going to put. I got to tell you again. Watch the 10-year treasuries. They got a triple top on these 420s right now. We got 3 times we have hit 420 on resistance. 3 times. All right. They might try to move it again today. We're sitting at 418 right now. All right. Watch for these things. If we get above 420 and we start to stay above 420, then there could be a situation. Okay. So keep an eye on the 10 years. The dollar is stuck in the middle here. The dollar is going down, and that's to where they want it to be down. And that's the powers that be will get whatever they want. All right. So we'll see with that. All right. And Microsoft broke below the 200-day moving average. All right. Microsoft below the 200-day moving average. All right. Who's the next to join that party? I got some ideas, all right? But Microsoft, okay? Grandpa, he just keeps getting his booty kicked, all right? Poor Grandpa. All right, so what else here? I might have a couple names here. Check out Qualcomm. This is a downer today here on the Qualcomm. There you go. Qualcomm coming down 178.70. That's taking a day down here on Qualcomm. I like this lunar high, lower this morning here at 1876, coming back down. That's a day downer here, so look for some continuation to the downside on lunar. It does have all the pieces that we like. Okay, so a pullback on this thing is probably a good opportunity to give an eye on it. But let's break this, which looks like we are going to do this morning. We're at 1858. We're down to 1869. Not quite, but we're sitting around yesterday's highs. I like that one, but it's going to have to give us some more downside. Sit tight with the staples. I think they're going to start to go. And I think these other ones I just talked about, these cybers, I like the fact that I've been watching them, and I like the fact that they all came in yesterday red. All right, so how they fight today is going to be determined on what's going to happen in the next week, because we do have a little bit of a hammer forming on the weeklies on these things. All right, so that's it. All right, so Meta strikes a deal with Oklahoma and with VST. Meta's on the move. All the nuclears are popped up, so don't chase that. XLP finally had a good day yesterday. Can they give us another one? Probably not. All right. And that's it. Floor in construction. Keep an eye on that one. going to rebuild a whole country. And probably many more behind that.
Venezuela, maybe Iran.
Right. Yep. We're going to destroy everything and build it back up because we're America. We're the best. All right. I'm going to let you go here. Be good. Be good.